These are all facts. You guys choose which one you like best. Which is the best of these facts? So far this season, Miami quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is getting rid of the ball on average in 2.35 seconds. It's the shortest time to throw in the league. Yet, his average throw is traveling 10.4 yards downfield, which is tied for highest among starting quarterback. That's basically how you want to play. Don't turn the ball over. Get rid of it quickly. Throw it deep downfield. Since 2000, only the Patriots have had a greater scoring margin than the 2023 Cowboys, plus 60, through the first 2 weeks of the season. Speaking of the Patriots, by the way, I did want to point out just a couple of things. One, they're 2-7 in their last 9 games. They have 2 plays this season of over 20 yards on offense. 2 plays this season. And now you know why Tony Maserati, I'm sorry, is it Maserati or Mazzotti? Whatever. Boston radio guy says Bill Belichick should be fired.
Whatever. Okay, all right. Charlotte from Southie here. I want to say, first of all, what is going on in Foxborough? This is unacceptable. I agree, Bill. Now I'm from New York. I just want to say it was so fun to be a Patriots fan.
Wait a minute.
I was trying to do a callback.
Okay, I understand, but the most confident free place that anyone on this show has, short of singing on air, is doing an impersonation. You got into the impersonation. I wanted it, and then you started immediately leaking confidence.
Okay. Well, that's because I immediately started turning into George Costanza.
Do you want to try again? Do you want to do Charlotte from Southie, whatever your analysis is of the Patriots or the point you wanted to make?
At the risk of offending everyone who's ever had a Boston accent, sure.
Yeah, please do that.
Charlotte from Southie here. Belichick, look, it was Brady all along, and we all knew that. You go down to Gillette, I have my starter jacket on, and we'd say, this is Brady, Brady Belichick, greatest duo of all time. What has Belichick done since Brady left? What has Brady done? Oh, won another Super Bowl? Okay. I think it's pretty clear what's going on here, Dan.
It is pretty clear.
It's wicked bad.
It is bad. The Steelers have now gone 37 straight games under offensive coordinator Matt Canada without gaining at least 400 yards. The league's other 31 teams during that span have done that 277 times. In 7 regular season starts with Brock Purdy, going back to last year, the 49ers have scored 30 or more 6 times. The Bears are 0-2 and have been outscored by 28 total points in those losses. That can lead us to a Justin Fields conversation because 2 games in, he's already stepped in it. And the Bucs are 2-0. Baker Mayfield is completing 69.1% of his passes and has been sacked only once, only one time. It is a different game you get to play when people do not hit you.
But when you phrase it like that, clearly the difference is Baker Mayfield's behind a good offensive line. Keep in mind, this was a bad offensive line last year that dealt with a lot of injuries. But if you watch Tampa this year and you watch Baker specifically, he is moving the pocket so much, which is where he had his most success in Cleveland. Get him to roll out, and now that he doesn't have the shoulder injury or the chest injury or all the other injuries that followed that, he's able to put something behind these throws. But a lot of that isn't the protection. A lot of that's Baker Mayfield's very underrated escapability. God, I am so happy he's good again.
2 more quarterback stats for you. From the start of the 2022 season through week 2 of 2023, 34 quarterbacks have had at least 250 dropbacks. Among that sample, the worst in expected points added per pass play, EPA, the worst, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson ranks 34th in everyone taking snaps since 2022, the way they do the metrics on are you playing well. One more quarterback stat. He does look like the plane does look like Pelini. Yeah. It looks like a cartoon Pelini.
If we put hair on that plane.
That's like, in Cars, like how that's the planes version of college football.
That face, but you would agree, Mike, that what I see on the front of that plane is the cartoon animation of Bo Pelini if he had a giant face and were smiling as a cartoon.
The eyes are the windows and the shadow below it is the mouth.
It's excellent.
They both have the same smirk.
Put that back up for a second. Are Bo Pelini's eyes on a different plane? Speaking of planes, because both of his eyes don't seem to be the same.
Yeah, he's
place.
got the Ryan Gosling, two different sides of a face. Ryan Gosling is handsome on each side of his face, but they're two completely different people.
I'd say as a whole, he's pretty good looking.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to nitpick.
Of the 630 qualifying quarterback performances since the start of the 2022 season, Jalen Hurts' showing last week against the Vikings ranked 614th in success rate. It was the worst start of Hurts' career by that metric. Which is the best of the good stuff that Ryan Cortez sent me?
Well, anytime I hear Matt Canada, it's like, shouldn't he be? What should Matt Canada be? It's like he's not a coordinator. He's like a card shark in Vegas or something.
Americans are so bad with their sports chants. Yeah. If you go to Europe and you got a player named Timo Werner, they'll just sing it to the tune of Just Can't Get Enough by Depeche Mode. But here we've got defense, let's go blank, or fire Canada. Everything has to have that cadence. It's so boring. Can we get better chants?
Yeah.
I want to find out what Matt Canada does for a living.
Ref, you suck. Ref, you suck. It's just so boring. It's just so boring.
That name,
Do something to West End girls.
Matt Canada. You think a card shark of some sort?
Yeah, or maybe like a car mechanic.
Charlotte, what happened to you?